Hi, the topic of today's video is the evolution of procurement and are you evolved enough to be in procurement? So I've created this wonderful chart which kind of gives you a timeline of procurement, the evolution of procurement based on my knowledge. So we start off with 3000 BC and I guarantee you that we had purchasing as a profession long before this, but this is where I could track it down to. In 3000 BC, we did papyrus procurement. You know what papyrus is? Papyrus is a scroll that was used to manage the material and its pricing. And what did they procure for? They procured for the pyramids in Egypt. Isn't that interesting? Let's jump to 1983. What happened in 1983? We had this beautiful article written by Peter Carglick, and he brought in the strategy to purchasing or procurement or sourcing, as we say. That's when the strategy started. Before this, mostly it was us doing 80-20 rule, which was not too effective. So don't do 80-20. 1990s, we had the buzzword called P2P, and the P2P is procure to pay. And what happened through procure to pay? Procurement is a procurement side, pay is the finance side. So before, these two departments didn't work too much in hand to hand, and now they're working in tandem. And thanks to the eruption or the boom of ERPs, which not only house procurement and finance as a module, but all other modules as well. So it kind of brought the organization together. That's why it's called an enterprise system. Now let's jump from 1990s to 2000s. So this is the era of the e-procurement solutions or software. So it was a beautiful software that sat on top of your ERP like an extended arm to it. So it made the ERP days more beautiful because you know how the ERP looks like. Many people love it, but it's not that user-friendly or not that pleasant to the eyes. So the software kind of helped me with the operational challenges and also helped many organizations to kind of strategize their procurement as such. So e-procure solutions are more so client-specific software. And then from 2000s to 2010s, what happened? We had the word called cloud-based solutions that got introduced into the procurement arena. And the cloud-based software is kind of a public cloud. This was private, this was public. So what this brought in is it helped a lot of organizations by reducing their cost, and also they didn't have to spend money and time on maintaining their system as such, because the provider took care of it. The third and the best part of it is it came in with best practices from throughout the world, so you could pick it up and start using it. And the last one, I forgot that, I'm sorry. So the last one is it did not discriminate based on the size of the organization. If it's a small one or a big one, it didn't matter. You could still think of affording a cloud-based software. Now from 2010s to present and near future. Before we jump here, I'd like to let you know that we still are using Peter's matrix. It's very good for your category management even to date. It's still relevant. The ERPs are still being used, as well as the cloud-based software. I know a few organizations still have their own personal software solutions. So nothing has gone out here. And from 2010s, let's go to present and future now. So the buzzword in present and future is procurement bots. Now, what are bots? Bots are short for robots, just in case anyone's confused. What they do, they help you eliminate all your non-value add tasks and also help you reduce your time and any of the transactional or tactical activity that you shouldn't be doing. And it gives you more time to do better strategic work. Now, with that being said, we're done with the evolution. Let's jump to a second topic. This topic is, are you evolved enough to be in procurement? So what I'll do is I'll start off by showing you something and then we'll take it from there. So you recognize this is a dinosaur. So my question of the day for you is, are you a procurement dinosaur? So let's sit and understand, how do we get to know whether you're a dinosaur or not. So I'll start off with 3 simple questions that I want you to ask yourself, and based on that you'll get to know whether you're a dinosaur or not. All right, so here goes the first question. The activity that you perform today, are those repetitive in nature. So that's question 1. Let's jump to question 2. Question 2 is the activity that you perform, does it involve human judgment? This means that does it involve human judgment or rule-based work which has a definite end? Meaning the rule-based work would have a complete end to it. So that's the second question. Third and final question. Does the activity you perform involve you picking data from one place and saving it in the same place every time? Something like updating a field in your software solution. Something like going in and picking a spreadsheet, placing it in the same location for your task. So these are my 3 questions. Now, if your answer is a yes to any of these 3 questions, guess what? Then you are a procurement dinosaur. And I don't need to tell you what happened to the dinosaurs. Now, with that being said, I just want to let you know that you could also not be a procurement dinosaur by first thing, talk to your manager, try to stop doing these 3 kinds of work, get on to something more strategic, learn about the strategy piece, all the different tools that are used for category management and so on and so forth, and upskill yourself to not be a procurement dinosaur. Don't be a procurement dinosaur. Bye-bye.